Hello, hello, Taylor, Gio, and Skrilla are here, and we're working on a cue called Drop It today. Now, you guys are already pretty familiar with Drop It. Drop It literally just means, can you let go whatever you have in your mouth and just leave it alone. So we already taught Skrilla leave it. However, leave it is your preventive measure. It's like okay, he does not have it in his mouth yet, so we're gonna ask him to leave it. Now, leave it is a really great cue. He's doing really good at this, but like we told you, it's better if the triggers are put up high or put away for now. And then don't bring them out unless you're actually practicing. So you don't want to have to use leave it all the time, 24/7. If you have to do that, that means that we have to change some things around the house. Maybe put these things away better, put them higher. That being said, we don't want to use leave it all the time. Now, drop it is your, oh crap, he has it in his mouth. What do? Drop it is for that. So we did both today. We focused on drop it first with very easy toys like the ones Gio have in her hand right now. We know that he loves those toys, but not too much where he's just like, oh, I want to take it and get away from you. No, these are toys he wants to actually play tug with. Tug is an excellent moment to practice drop it because you can literally have him drop it and then give him back the toy after you give him a treat. Like Gio just did right there. So she tugged with him, asked him to drop, and then immediately gave him a treat right afterwards. And it becomes like a game. Oh, if I drop it, I get a treat, and we continue playing. So it's like a win-win for Skrilla, even if he has to let go for a second, which makes this cue very fun in these moments. We love this rope, by the way. It's so cool.
Skrilla, you drop it? Yes.
Good job. Good job.
Boy. Good.
We're only saying drop it one time. We are not repeating ourselves. We're waiting him out. And he's responding to it very, very well. So he just took that one, which is fine. So whenever he has something and he's not tugging, that's hard for him to drop it because he's like, oh, well, why? We're not playing tug. Why do I have to drop it? So that being said, the cue.
You drop it?
Works. Yes, good boy. We give him a treat, and then while he's looking away, distracted by the treat, we pick up that object, and then we try it again. So it's harder for him to drop it if he actually has the toy and he's moving away, of course. But when he does drop it, rewards or give it to him the same way.
Skrilla, drop it. Yes.
Good so distance is really important. We've been maybe like 5 feet away from him exactly. We're not too far away from him. If you are too far, it may not work, but you can work on distance drop it. She dropped it right there.
Hey, Skrilla, you can drop it.
Here's a new toy. Let's see what he does. Yes, good. Doesn't matter how he's looking, where he's moving, as long as he let go of that thing in his mouth, that is considered a drop it. No matter how it is, I don't care if he's distracted by something and he dropped it, doesn't matter. He still dropped it. Now, to make this harder, we started using things that he typically goes for. He told us that he goes for the Christmas ornaments, the Christmas stockings, these items. So we started breaking these out. We highly recommend practicing with things that he typically struggles with like this. But hold off on using bones until we actually get to this part in the video. We'll see it in a second. But these right here. So right here, we want to focus more on leave it. We don't want him to actually get these things, and we always say drop it. Drop it. We don't want to have to use it all the time. If we're saying drop it too much, then again, just like leave it, there's too many things around that he has easy access to. Hope that makes sense.
You leave it?
Good job. So leave it literally means look away, and he did look away. That's why she gave him a treat in that moment. I'm moving around a lot for this video, sorry. She's gonna put it right there, kind of walk away, being an irresponsible human like she is.
So irresponsible.
So irresponsible. Skrilla knows the game. If we are too focused on, if we're hovering around the objects, he's not gonna take it.
Skrilla, leave it. Hey, Skrilla.
Good boy. Good job. Just like that. So she focused on leave it. She did not wait for him to get it. And most of the time, Skrilla is out of sight when he does these things. So we highly recommend, if you can, try to keep him near you the best you can. If he walks away, you know that he about to go do something. Okay, well, I'm going to follow you, sir.
Leave it. Good job. It's basically setting up fake, real scenarios in order for this to feel less like a training session and more like it's gonna be integrated. Do things like this. Put things on your bar stools or your counters with the intention of training, but carry on with what you're doing with, you know, like your third eye on him. And then when he does approach the thing that you're pretty sure he's going to approach, practice leave it. If it doesn't work successfully, then you can also use drop it. But the whole purpose of setting aside time to do this is that there's no reason for you to get frustrated because you literally are designing this so that he will get better and so will you. Eventually what may happen is something that some things that happen when dogs start to associate the drop it cue with rewards is you may end up getting offered drop it. So you may have him bringing you things that he just lets go. The most often one that
Fetch.
we get, fetch. The most often one that we get is people who have had issues with socks in the past, and so now the dog doesn't necessarily steal the socks as they so much as retrieve the socks and then drop them in front of their parents.
Dropped it.
If you start to get some of this, then that means you need to practice a little more on the leave it end, but it is really good news to see that they're no longer resisting letting these things go, and instead they're kind of offering it to you like, hi, look at this thing I brought you. But this is kind of the way to start cleaning it up. As usual, if you don't want to work on this, you feel like the kitchen is still an issue, just keep them out or just put them up. But if you do have the time, set aside, put it on the counters, work those areas that are really difficult for you, and then work with things that you don't mind necessarily sacrificing for the greater good, but with the intention of him potentially not getting it at all. That's really the big goal. So leave it, preventative, drop it if it didn't work out.
Quick thing, he's on leash. I highly recommend keeping him on leash when you do practice this, because there were some times when he wanted to escape to Patrick's room or this way to take the object. Keep the crate closed when you practice as well, because if he gets into his crate or gets away, he may choose to guard it. We don't want that happening. We do not want him to guard at all. We want to prevent that. So nope, this is going to be closed. This kind of, I'm going to make sure you don't go this way. Leave it and exist. Leave it and exist. So that's the goal for today.
Oh boy. Good job.
And
as you can see, he's nice and tired now. So creating situations like this where, I felt like really heavy on training on the front end, but then we kind of created these fake situations where they felt kind of real to him. Like, kind of like that opportunity where a dog actually thinks they're about to steal something, but really you set the whole thing up. Then this is what really, this like problem solving, where it's not very invasive. It's just like, hey, I see that you're trying to do something. Now I'm going to ask you to do that thing that we've been practicing, see where you're at on the training. If you fail when you set up your fake scenarios, then that means you need to go a little more heavy on the actual training part. So have those rope toys in your hands and play them around and see if you will, in fact, leave it when there's that element of him actually wanting it, so that element of movement. But play around with it. The biggest thing is you'll never know if you suck at it if you don't actually try. So try.
And treats matter. Rewards matter. We are consistently giving him rewards this entire time. We were using turkey and I'm wasting meaties, but it's important that we have something, and the treats follow immediately after we click, just like we taught you. So that's it.
Okay.
Have a good day, guys.
See you.
Bye.